Hi, it's so nice to be back. I know we have spent the last really several months reviewing the wonderful telesummit that 21 fabulous experts participated in September of 2017. I hope it was easier for you to digest by me giving you one interview a week for all those several months. And I've heard a lot of comments from a lot of you, so I think it was a little bit easier to consume as opposed to when we first introduced the telesummit, which was 21 interviews in 21 days. That was quite a lot. But I hope you really enjoyed that and took advantage of listening to some of those fabulous interviews. And it was my honor to share it with you again. So we're now back to the pretty quick, brief tips that I'm going to share with you every week on various topics. This week, I'd really like to talk a little bit about long-term care. I work quite a bit with families where now is the time that their loved one needs to look at assisted living or memory care. And there's so many confusing parts about that, not to mention it's just an emotional time for a lot of people when they didn't really think they were going to need to put their loved one in a community, but now they just simply can't care for them, and it's a safety issue. And the first thing I want to say is when your loved one joins a community that has 24/7 care, I want you to know typically what I have found in my experience is that the socialization and the interaction they get with not only the staff but the fellow residents can really help them thrive and improve mentally, emotionally, physically. So it's quite amazing what social interaction will do for you. Here's what I want to tell you today. There's a difference between independent living, assisted living with memory care, and skilled nursing facilities. Some of those terms may be familiar to you, some may be a little bit confusing. So here's the easiest way I can kind of boil it down. Independent living is you are basically in maybe an apartment type setting. You fix your own meals, you take your own medicine, you come and go as you please. Assisted living and memory care typically help people with what's called the activities of daily living, and there are 5 of them. So there's eating, dressing, ambulating, meaning getting around, toileting, and see, now I'm going to have to do it again. Eating, dressing, bathing, toileting, ambulating. Those are the 5 things that people in assisted living and memory care help you with. Some people need help with all those things. Some people only need help with 1 or 2. Everybody in assisted living and memory care gets help with medication because you're not allowed to have medicine in the room, and that includes over the counter. So everybody gets help with medication. And then you can also have help with those other things. Assisted living and memory care do not require a nurse on site 24/7. When you move up to the next level of care, which is skilled nursing facilities, the skilled nursing is your clue. That means there is a RN on site, on call, 24/7. That's why they're called skilled nursing facilities. So there's typically a higher level of care required for those residents than in an assisted living and memory care. Let me back up to assisted living and memory care. They obviously have nurses that check the charts and that kind of thing, but they're just not required to have one 24/7 as a skilled nursing facility is. And then also backing up to memory care, you don't have to be in a locked memory care unit just because you have Alzheimer's or dementia. There are 2 big sort of overarching reasons somebody might need a locked memory care unit. One is that they're what we call exit seeking, so given to their own devices. You might find them out in the middle of the street. And of course, for safety reasons, we can't have that. Or the level of care that they need is so great that they just need that additional level of care in addition to caring for their Alzheimer's or dementia or whatever their cognitive impairment is. So typically in North Carolina anyway, the staff to resident ratio in assisted living is 1:16, and in memory care it's 1:6. So there's quite a bit of hands-on care in a memory care locked unit as opposed to assisted living. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions whatsoever about it, please reach out to me, comment to me, email me at tina@itsabouthowyoullive.com. I'm more than happy to jump on the phone or or we can get on an email exchange and just answer whatever questions you may have. I'm so glad to be back with you with these little snippets of information every week. If there's a topic you really want me to address, please reach out to me as well. I will do all I can to answer your questions and discuss the kinds of topics that are closest to your heart. So as always, thank you so much for being here. Share these messages with your family and friends if it's something you think somebody else you know in your world could benefit from. So until next week, have a great one. Thanks. Bye.